There are a couple types of people who are out there on the hunt for a 15-inch laptop, just like this one, the Surface Laptop 3. Now the first of these are just in it for the extra screen real estate. They don't need a bunch of extra power or anything like that. They just want plenty of space to do their work on. And that's exactly the type of person the Surface Laptop 3 was made for. Because if you're out there and you need some extra power or a super accurate screen for photo editing or anything like that, you might have to look elsewhere. The design itself should look very familiar if you've seen any of the Surface laptops before. Yes, this one here is 15 inches rather than the standard 13 inches, but outside of that, the main difference that you'll see in the design right away is that it's made completely out of aluminum. So that Alcantara material that the Surface products are kind of famous for, not available on the 15-inch version. So if you're a fan of those, you'll have to stick with the smaller one. The black version that we have here is one of the two options you can get, and it's not the most eye-catching laptop in the world. It's definitely pretty basic, despite how sleek and thin it is. I kind of do miss that Alcantara fabric, and it made me realize how much of a unique character that brings to this laptop. Outside of that, the 15-inch Surface Laptop 3 really is a stretched out, bigger version of the 13-inch little brother. The keyboard and touchpad are both really comfortable and precise. The build quality is fantastic. Of course, you get the touch screen, and most importantly for me, you still get that 3:2 aspect ratio on the display that I've really grown to like. So there's not necessarily anything wrong with the design or the look of this laptop, but boy, are there some missed opportunities here. First, the bezels. And look, I'm just as tired of complaining about Microsoft's bezels as you are about hearing about it. But honestly, these are still some of the biggest you'll find in a laptop today. And I know that's not something that everybody cares about, but come on. And when you set it side by side with a 15-inch MacBook Pro, you really start to see where some of these missed opportunities come into play. The keyboard and touchpad are exactly the same size as on the 13-inch model. The speakers are still under the keyboard rather than out on the keyboard deck. And you don't get any more ports. You're still just looking at one USB-A port, one USB-C port, and the Surface Connect dock for power. Don't get me wrong, I'm happier than anyone that Microsoft finally brought a USB-C port to the Surface Laptop 3. But when you look at it compared to pretty much any other 15-inch laptop out there, this is the bare minimum in terms of port selection. And honestly, the empty space that's on this keyboard deck is a little disappointing. It just doesn't feel like Microsoft is playing to the strengths of this larger form factor. And I get it, these are creature comforts. The Surface Laptop 3 has the basics down. And if you're gonna spring for that $1,200 base configuration, that might get you by. But if you dare spend over $2,000 on this laptop, you might just end up looking at your friend's XPS 15 or MacBook Pro with a little bit of jealousy. Because that's really what it comes down to, because the performance on this machine is just not its strong suit, especially for this category of laptop. There's a reason companies like Apple don't even offer their 15-inch MacBook Pro for this specific crowd, because those people are few and far between and are often looking for the cheapest laptop possible. That's just not Apple's demographic, and honestly, it's not Microsoft either. Instead, the 15-inch space is dominated by an entirely different crowd. Professionals who need creative tools, content creation folks who actually need powerful laptops and super accurate screens for their programming, video editing, and photography work. And that's why you won't find a MacBook Pro, at least not a 15-inch version, that comes with less than a 6-core processor and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And that's where the Surface Laptop 3 just can't really compete. Now, there is something interesting happening with this laptop with its performance. Microsoft made waves when it announced that it would be using an AMD chip instead of an Intel chip for this 15-inch Surface Laptop 3. And I was really excited about this, especially since they said that they've been working really directly with AMD for a custom chip for this laptop. Now that chip, which is called the Ryzen 5 Microsoft Surface Edition, is what came in our review unit, and it's fine. The performance is pretty similar to what you get with 8th gen Intel Core i5, that's U series. So This is, again, not the kind of chip we would expect to see in a 15-inch laptop. You can, of course, jump up to a Ryzen 7 with Vega 11 graphics, but that's going to cost you a whopping $2,100 despite just giving you 4 cores. For that price, you could get a powerful XPS 15 with a 6-core processor and a GTX 1650 on the graphics side of things. Those 2 extra cores and those more powerful graphics go a really long way towards making this a more capable video editing, encoding, and photography laptop. So no, you shouldn't really be using this laptop as a content creation device beyond making a few simple photo edits. And even there, you're gonna run into issues with the screen. It's plenty sharp and colorful enough for daily usage, but if you're a professional and you really depend on the accuracy of your screen, you're still gonna have to go with something like a MacBook Pro or even a 4K XPS 15. I don't know if Microsoft was limited by the thermal restraints or if this is just AMD's selection, but this kind of limited performance does make the Surface Laptop 3 a little bit less exciting. It's a similar situation with the graphics and gaming. Again, I'm sure that Vega 11 will do a bit better, but the Vega 9 that came in my review unit, it was a stretch to get really any games playing on it. Even a lighter game like Fortnite was pretty much impossible to play without cranking the settings all the way down to the point where Fortnite didn't really look like itself anymore. Now, I haven't tested it yet, but I have a feeling that the Iris Plus graphics that come in the 13-inch Surface Laptop 3 are actually gonna fare a little bit better than this larger one, which is a real shame. The one thing that the 15-inch model has going for it is that the Vega graphics do come in the base configuration, which is a little bit rare. Usually, companies charge a little bit extra for their graphics options. So hey, there's that. The Surface Laptop 3 also does get pretty good battery life. I was getting anywhere between 7 and 8 hours in light usage on a single charge. It's not amazing, and it's not quite as good as the XPS 15, but it kind of meets the standard from what I'd expect on a laptop like this. I should say we haven't tested the 13-inch version of the Surface Laptop 3 yet, but it comes with some more standard Intel Ice Lake processors, and it's in a category that Microsoft is a little more familiar with. I have a feeling I'm gonna like that laptop a little bit more than this one. So yeah, the 15-inch Surface Laptop 3 is not for gaming. It's not a content creation device. It's really just for people who need a basic quad-core laptop with a larger 15-inch screen. And if that's you and you like the design of this laptop, here's what I'd recommend. Go for the $1,200 base configuration. Right now, Microsoft is charging an extra $300 to go from 128 gigabytes to 256 gigabytes of storage. And here's the reason. You can now get into this laptop pretty easily and swap out that storage yourself. So I'd recommend going for the cheaper version and then upgrading your storage yourself. Because honestly, those higher end models just don't stack up to the competition very well. Hey, thanks for checking out this review of this new Surface Laptop 3. Please let me know if you think this 15-inch version is the one you're gonna be getting, or if you're more excited for the 13-inch version. Leave a comment below letting me know, and make sure to subscribe for more videos from Digital Trends.